myself a guitar. Then I started fooling around in the rehearsal rooms at this music equipment store downtown, and I quickly discovered songwriting was a part of my DNA.
But it's not like Gary completely gave up. He had a dream and he tried his hardest to pursue it.
I took him to a studio session and he recorded his singing hook for a song. And the main executive producer wanted to fly Gary out to New York City to film the music video, but Gary could not make it because it got too heavy.
In a matter of weeks, I was hanging with celebrities and living large. Around this time, my cousin introduced me to crystal meth. I just did it every day after that.
But Gary had no idea that his weight was going to affect that as well. But he didn't let that stop him. Soon enough, though, the dark side of celebrity culture had sucked Gary in, and everything spiraled after that.
Being young and then going into adulthood, I can see that Gary suffers from addictive behavior, and I didn't realize it.
I stopped composing and arranging, and I started to lose sight of my regular life outside of music.
One day I came home and Gary was at my door crying and saying he don't know what he's gonna do. He stayed the night, and I made him call recovery rehab for people that are on drugs and everything.
His family had no choice but to send him to a rehab program, but getting sober was a huge struggle for Gary, so he turned to food as a crutch, and that's what led to him getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
When I went into my program, I relapsed in that program so many times. And the thing is, when you're under the influence of drugs, and then you get sober and you stop doing drugs, you start to eat. It's coming up on 9 months since that day, and I'm getting tired of spending all day, every day in bed with the proper bariatric woman. I can only stand up for 2 seconds.
Gary owes a lot to his mom for sticking with him through everything, but at this point, it's evident that she is enabling his unhealthy eating habits rather than helping him get better.
She's my best friend, and having her take care of me makes my life easier.
I go every other day to the grocery store. It's rough on me because of the time, because I have my own appointments and doctor's appointments to make. You think I'm superwoman or something. I get upset with Gary about buying a lot of junk and different things, but he gets really irritated and angry, so I just ask him what he wants and I get it for him.
But that's also because she is scared of his reactions and outbursts if she refuses to get the food that he wants to eat.
The way I eat is different from other people because very rarely do I feel being addicted to food. It's something that I'm constantly trying to shape. I need to change, or this isn't gonna end well.
Gary's loved ones hate seeing him destroy his life because of food, and no matter how hard anyone tries, Gary falls back into his old ways, which is just unfortunate.
When I saw him bedbound for the first time, I was hurt. I've been working with Gary for years, helping these type of situations. I'm 32 years old. I have a lot to offer to the world. I'm tired of being like this. If I don't stop eating, I'm gonna have a heart attack and die. I got 4 or 5 years tops. I know this is my last chance, and I don't want to die in this bed.
Thankfully, Gary realizes that it's time for him to make some serious changes to his life, and he is ready to seek help from Dr. Now. But of course, he's not strong enough to make it to Houston yet.
I figured enough is enough. I reached out to Dr. Now in Houston to see if I can get help losing weight.
hand like you're pushing on the gas pedal. That's it. There you go. And now push down. I'd say his prognosis is great as long as we keep moving forward with the standing.
His physical therapist also has her work cut out for her, but she knows that by staying consistent, Gary can make the progress that he needs to.
Gotta angle yourself this direction. There you go. Lean forward.
Ooh, gravity.
Gravity, how's that feel? Alright, take some deep breaths. That's it. Breathe. Squeeze your butt muscles. Squeeze your thighs. Don't close your eyes. Hello. Shoulders back.
With the help of his physical therapist, Gary is able to stand up for the first time in months, and he knows that he needs to keep going at it if he wants to be able to live a normal life.
There's been a couple good things about the past month, and hard things as well. On the positive side, I'm feeling really good about how I can sit on the edge of my bed now. But one of the hardest things I'm frustrated about is that it's been a month I've been working with physical therapy, and I still can't walk. The therapist said I'm not gonna get past this unless I take a step every day.
At this moment, Gary is feeling like he will be ready to go down to Houston in no time, and the thought excites him like no other.
Because I know Dr. Now is gonna check with me in a month, and he's gonna need to know that I'm doing all the right things so that I can be ready to go to Houston. Doing this stuff right, that's what's gonna get me there. And that's why I gotta do it. Because I don't wanna be stuck in this bed forever.
3 months in, it's time for Gary to meet Dr. Now online again, but he's not feeling all that great anymore.
I tried, and I'm just not there yet. So I'm hoping Dr. Now will give me another 2 months to get there.
So, PT said you made some progress at the start, and you haven't made much progress since then. How is your ability to get out of bed in the morning?
My ability to get out of bed, I can get out of bed, but to move my legs has been a very hard obstacle for me.
What do you do in between physical therapy to get your stamina up?
Nothing.
The doctor asks why Gary hasn't been able to hit the goals he set for him, and Gary has no answer.
So what do you think is different this time? Do you want to change your life or not?
Yes.
If you want to change your life, what changes are you going to make? Tell me so I can write it down and make sure that I know what you're going to do.
I have to do more than my physical therapy visits, but they tell me if I stand every day, then I will improve so much better. So that's where I'm at right now. That's my obstacle.
The doctor gives Gary another chance because he can see that he is really willing to change, but he makes it clear that he needs to push himself to his limit if he wants to be able to come to Houston, and he doesn't have a lot of time.
You have 1 month.
Not two.
No, 1 month. You're running out of time. And already give you 2 months. You can easily do this in 1 month, okay? But so you're gonna have to work harder, okay?
You think I can do it in 1 month?
In 1 month, you can lose 100 pounds. Don't kid yourself. Time is now or never.
But Gary is not happy to hear that he has to work so much in just a month. But the truth is that this is all the time Gary has now, and he better make the most of it.
You know, I'm trying my hardest, and I feel like it's just not enough. But I'm thankful Dr. Now at least gave me some more time. And if I don't get it, that's gonna be a death sentence for me. So I'm gonna work my hardest at this. And hopefully Dr. Now is right. And I'm where I need when I talk to him again.
Sadly, though, things haven't been easy for Gary, and he is definitely not where he needed to be at the end of this month.
For the past month, I've been struggling to keep up with all I've been needing to do. My legs just took longer to recover, and it still hurts. So I haven't been able to do a lot of workouts or get up again. And I wasn't sure about facing Dr. Now because I didn't think he was going to understand that I tried to reschedule the call with him. It was going to be today, but I told him I needed more time. But I just got told by him a transport is coming to get me and take me to a local clinic.
Today, he has a team coming over to take him to the local clinic so he can get weighed and see if he has made any kind of progress. But right now, Gary is downright depressed.
He go to there.
Yeah,
He go to there in his chair all the time.
this is the first time I had a change of scenery in a while. I'm excited, but I'm also nervous. But at least I'm in good hands.
But at the end of the day, he is just happy to get out of the house for the first time in years, and he hopes that he has lost
My weight today is 764.
I see your is almost at latitude 745. So you have lost anything, huh?
The only option is to change.
You're correct, but you keep saying that. You're not doing anything, so why have you changed it past 511? For you to be 764 pounds, you're probably eating close to 8,000 calories a day.
Dr. Now gives Gary a reality check and tells him that the only reason he weighs so much is because he is not following the diet like he is supposed to.
If you stick with a 1,200 calorie diet, you're probably going to be able to lose 100 pounds in a month. So it's clear you're not cutting back on anything you're eating right now.
Well, I'm not eating a lot of fattening foods. I'm eating sugar-free food.
What do you think is wrong with your eating habit that you're gaining weight?
Probably too many carbs.
And why are you telling me that you're following the diet when you're eating too many carbs? It's clear you're not following the diet. Except you're not following what we told you to eat.
Dr. Now makes it clear that Gary doesn't have very long to get better, because if he doesn't change his eating habits, his weight will reach a very destructive territory.
But when you're gonna change, you're waiting for your body to eat back. And change is gonna be too late for you. You know, this what you need to change. It will take 10 years and stuff. When you gonna change that?
I'm gonna start as soon as possible.
Alright, I'm gonna give you the same goal we're giving you. Lose 70 pounds in 2 months, and you're gonna be able to walk. And if you do that, then you can come to yourself and we'll consider you weight loss surgery. If not, then there is no point in me on this merry-go-round with you.
Once again, Gary claims that he is ready to make the changes he has to, and Dr. Now hopes that this time he really means it.
And I'm gonna do what I have to do. From now on, I'm gonna be a lot more strict with myself. I'm gonna meet my goals. I believe I can do it.
You stick with the eating habit and do your part.
I wish I had more weight loss to report by today. I thought I was going to, but now I gotta make it right. I gotta do what I need to do.
Gary hopes that this time he can actually stick to his word and take this seriously.
And I can get some good test results, and we can get this on the books. I gotta bounce back from being upset, but I'm already on my way where I need to get.
In month 6, Gary is working with his physical therapist to kick things up a notch and do things that he previously didn't think he'd be able to.
I've got a good feeling about today.
Stand, and then take some steps over to the chair.
I'm getting a motorized chair to help me get out of bed and move around. And I just have to take some steps to make it happen, and I think I'm ready.
Back up, reach back. So just getting him outside
baby steps. But that's not enough for you to be able to come to Houston and see us. I'm glad to see you're trying to get out of bed, but this is a very slow progress you have made over the past several months.
The standing is getting better.
Well, Gary, it's been 8 months since I talked to you,
I know.
and you barely made any progress.
But because Gary seems like he wants to really keep making an effort, Doctor now asks him to get a weigh-in done once again before he makes his decision.
But I will give you a couple extra weeks to make more progress.
Well, I'm happy that I was able to show Dr. Now my progress, and he seemed pretty impressed. I was hoping for an approval to go to Houston, but I know that I'm supposed to lose 70 pounds first. I know I'm working hard enough with the diet and exercise, so I hope that's what happens next time I get weighed.
And it's finally time for Gary to head to the clinic and get weighed. This time around, though, he is hoping to walk outside on his own, which is a big milestone. But sadly, that doesn't happen because Gary's body gives up on itself. Things are already getting off to a rough start here for Gary.
I'm nervous about my weight because going to Houston and getting all the help I need is completely dependent on this. So I'm really scared of what happens if I didn't meet my goal. But I think I did well. So hopefully the scale is on my side today. Because if not, and I fail, and Dr. Now gives up on me, I'm totally screwed.
Finally, it's time for the moment of truth. And while Gary had to lose 70 pounds, he is actually just 5 pounds down.
Damn, that's not good. I lost a little bit, but I know that's not very good at all. I'm afraid to hear what Dr. Now's gonna say.
And Dr. Now is once again extremely disappointed to see that Gary has practically made no progress, despite what he says.
When you're 759 pounds, 6 pounds is a good choice in a way. So every time you step on the scale tomorrow, you may be 5 pounds over, 5 pounds under. So this is like wake up call. So this is slow down, and you're not making any progress. So I'm going to give you 2 months. 70 pounds. That is what you need to go. And 4 times that, you'll be doing the diet. And you can walk your principles next time. Okay?
Dr. Now decides to give Gary a chance and orders some tests to see if he is okay to come to Houston, because maybe that's the only way for him to get better.
Everything is open to you. Okay? So what are you going to change?
Change my eating habits, no sugars, no starches, protein, and all green vegetables.
You have told me that a number of times already. And there's no point of us calling you and talking to you why you're not making any progress.
After the conversation, Gary is feeling pretty good about what Dr. Now told him, but he knows that now is the time for him to give it all he's got.
Well, I'm not going to Houston yet, but at least I got another chance with Dr. Now. That feels pretty good, and that means I gotta work my butt off to get to my new goal. So now all I gotta do is lose some weight, and I'm determined to do it because this is my last chance.
In the 9th month, Gary is continuing to work out and follow Dr. Now's advice in an attempt to get better.
Ever since my last weigh-in, I'm pushing myself harder than ever, past my limits to do more than I think I can do. I'm eating like a bird and cutting way back on my diet. I told my mom only salads, and that's it, because I'm gonna do this no matter what. I'm getting out of bed twice a day to make sure my legs are getting stronger and stronger, and so that I get better at walking. I know Dr. Now is not gonna give me another chance after this. This is where I gotta dig deep and give it everything I got.
He continues his physical therapy and makes an active effort to stand up and walk every single day.
Oh, I got it. That was pretty good that time. It's been a long time since I thought I was making any progress, but that was better than I've done in a long time.
And while it's still pretty hard, Gary can feel himself getting better.
But now comes the really hard part because I gotta get myself weighed. It's a lot more gravity out here.
This time around, he is actually able to walk outside on his own and get onto the gurney as he heads to the clinic to get weighed.
It's been a couple years since I moved like that. I just hope on the scale it's enough to show Dr. Now how much I'm coming along. Because anything other than that just isn't good enough. So my goal today is to be down to 719 pounds.
Today's weight is 753.
What? That doesn't make sense, man. I swear I've been doing everything right. Doctor now won't think I'm trying hard enough. It just feels like it's not fair.
When he starts talking to Dr. Now, the doctor tells Gary that he can't do anything for him anymore. And now, it's up to Gary to continue making progress and contact the doctor if he ever hits the goal he is supposed to.
It's been almost a year, and you still are 750 pounds. And at this point, we have done everything we can. We give you every tool, whether it be house, whether it be PPE, and diet. I don't see anything else we can do it for you. But since you have made some progress in your mobility, what I'm going to do is keep PT for you.
Well, I'll be working hard, so I'm gonna make it to Houston.
While Gary makes these big claims, Dr. Now isn't too sure if he is ever going to get better.
It is unfortunate that Gary has waited almost a year, making little to no progress. Maybe losing the chance to be part of the program would be a wake-up call for you to see that he's the only one who can change the situation. I hope very much Gary makes the right choice, and I see Gary again.
In the 12th month, Gary is still working with his physical therapist, and his mobility has certainly increased.
It's been about a month since my last weigh-in, and things have been going pretty well. I haven't given up, and I've been working just as hard as ever.
And while standing up is still a challenge, Gary is ready to embrace it.
Your body's able to do it. We can work with the mind.
I finally realized I'm at the point where my life is just gonna start. I'm not ready for that yet. That chance is all I got left. So I just keep dreaming about getting to Dr. Now's office and walking in there to that scale like I own the place. And when I hit my goal and I'm back on a program with him, he's gonna put me on the surgery schedule.
But it's evident that he still has a long way to go before he makes some actual progress with his weight loss.
Let me stop this real quick, guys. So that was a tragic situation. I want to make sure I document this on my channel, because as I get ready to go outside and walk every day and help exercise my body into the best it can be, I want to remind myself of this individual and the tragedy of him being a person that is never going to have a wife, that's never going to even be able to have intercourse with any woman, and who is a good person but a broken person, destroyed by his own mother. Yeah. One of the things about this show is that everybody thinks that Dr. Now is the answer to their prayers, but the answer to their prayers is their family members. The reason why so many African American people are so obese is because of the fact that they are eating too much food. That's right. And they're not exercising enough. It's a simple thing. Eat food and exercise. The more you exercise, the more you can eat. But then there's a point where if you don't stop, you're going to basically become an individual that is dying. This guy weighs 745 pounds. I repeat, 745 pounds. There is nothing to stop you from weighing 160 pounds and being in tip-top shape but yourself. Yes, it's you, yourself. The motivation that you have to have in order to change your life is to be alone and to work out. It comes back to you and you're alone working out. That's it. There's no other way. There's no other way. And Other people, excuse me, other people will try to say, well, you need a team and you got to need personal trainers. Personal trainers only work with you based upon your discipline. The man, what he needed was honest emotional therapy and mental breakdown. He needed to come to the bottom of his life and realize that it was his mother, his mother, his mother, his mother, his mother, his mother that decided that I'm going to placate my son by feeding him whatever he wants, how he wants it, when he wants it, and I don't care if it kills him because as long as it satisfies a temporary need, that I'm good. And that, to be honest with you, is such a tragedy because you may have satisfied a temporary need, but you just set him up for a disaster. You've set him up to die. And so I decided, as you know, we sit on and we're studying and we got YouTube. I said, man, while I'm, excuse me for burping, I'm burping, guys. Sorry about that. But it's hopefully nobody watch this, but you'll listen to yourself, and that's what it's really about. It's about you listening to you. It's about you watching you and listening to you while you work out. You understand that he has enablers. In my scenario, I had Uber Eats. So the worst thing for me was I have money, I have access. There's nothing stopping me from eating what I want except myself. This morning, when I went to my physical therapy appointment, there's a Kroger right next to me. And I'm doing very well in my physical therapy. Like I said, walk every day. I'm going to be walking it right now after my dinner. And rolling my wheelchair. And I've done like, this morning I did like 6 laps up the hill and down the hill. I'm getting a lot better. And the sun goes down early. And once it goes down, it gets real cold. So I got to get out there now until I get my actual thermals for my feet. But the point is that the situation of this guy's life, it kind of reminded me of myself. The difference for him and me was when I was going to the store, I didn't want to go. I remember way back 2011, 2012, I had access to go to Publix, Kroger, pretty much any store I wanted. And I bought whatever I wanted. I did not fully appreciate or understand how my habits caused me to be in this situation. But now I do. Now I know. Okay. At the exact same time, you know, Mr. Howey, you are a good looking guy. You're a beautiful man, but you also have been a fat guy. And you spent a lot of time in Oklahoma poor. One big reason why I got so fat was I had no job and I did not want to be slim and starve to death. I didn't understand that being slim equals health. Health equals life. Okay. Life equals wealth. So again, being slim equals health. Your health is your wealth. And your health is your life and your life is your wealth. The longer you live, the more you can make. I wasn't thinking like that at all. And I really hated that, but I also at the same time knew that this is true. I knew that, hey man, I'm causing this. I put myself in this predicament. I am the worst cause. I'm the cause of my own life. I put myself in this role, and as they say, I'm the master of my own fate. I'm the captain of my own soul. Invictus. That is me. And I had to realize something. Until you love yourself, until you recognize that you may be the master of your own fate, but that doesn't mean that you got to accept that crappy fate. Yeah, that's right. It doesn't mean that you accept that crappy fate. You can and will and must keep listening to these channels so that you're focused on change. Amen. And as far as going outside when it gets windy, I'll start wearing a little more thermals. But right now the sun is out, and the sun goes down about 6, so we may have to go out around 4 p.m. and work out right to 5, right to dinner time, and then from there we come back and we put in the work. So we got sit-ups, we got stands, we got sit to stands. I'm standing on my leg right now. My left leg is really, praise God, I'm standing exactly the right way. I just can't do it on my right leg, but we're focusing on it. It's like I got a perpetual tippy toe issue. You know, women they walk on their tippy toes, so it makes their Sorry, Mike. I was just talking out loud. I was saying I got a perpetual tippy toe situation on my right leg where the knee won't fully straighten out. So I don't want to hurt my hips. So what I'm doing is I'm making sure that I don't force the hips. But I also realize that the less I weigh, the less stress on my ankles, the less stress on my joints, the less stress on everything. But one of the good things I can do is I can get on my walker and I can do dips. That's right. Yeah. Somebody's behind me. Who's that? The door's locked.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. So that is the great thing about it. Hallelujah. I know what I can do, and I am doing just that. So once I get done with this, I will go right outside and do what I have to do. I don't need to play around, and that's exactly what you have to do. Do I have my wallet? Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm so glad we can lock the dang door. I have to deal with that crap of that dude. Do my water? Yeah. Okay. She should already have done dinner for them. She feeds them early, so I can go in there and be by myself. Get what I got to get so I can get out of here. So while we go upstairs and go eat, we're gonna replay this. I meditated, upload to the cloud right now.